The Alley Rose Co. situation is an example of what happens when you bite the hand that feeds you. A small business owner in the book community who, out of nowhere, announced that she had trademarked the phrase, "Hot girls read," outraging pretty much everyone. The BookTok community held hands and roasting her over an open fire. The situation got so viral and ridiculous that the drama spilled out of the book community with countless YouTube videos and even articles from people in Forbes. Here's everything that went down. As far as formal introductions go, this is how Allie describes herself on her website, which is temporarily down. I'm Allie. I'm 26 and I'm the owner of Alley Rose Co. I graduated college with a BFA in graphic design from Salisbury University. It's okay that you probably haven't heard of it. In 2020. In March of 2020, I was sent home from my senior year due to COVID and started to make stickers of my doodles for fun. To make a long and very cringy story short, I posted a tutorial on TikTok explaining how I made the stickers. It blew up. Alley Rose Co. Alley Rose Designs at the time was born, and the rest is history. ARC started from the ground up out of a childhood bedroom where it stayed until August of 2024 when I packed up my bags and bookmarks and moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, a beach town where I knew no one. Living alone at the beach has breathed a fresh breath of air into this business in a way I never knew was possible, and it's all thanks to you. My gratitude for this business and customers and followers and viewers and you is beyond words. There's no me without you. Thank you for following along with us. All my love, always, always, always. For a more informal introduction, Alley Rose details her rise as a small business owner and a content creator here. She goes on to explain that she hit a snag before business eventually picked back up in 2023 thanks to those three precious words.
With it even more. But what comes up must come down. The end of 2022 into the beginning of 2023 ended up being the slowest months Alley Rose Co. has ever seen. I had recently really fallen in love with reading and decided to put the term Hot Girls Read on a sweatshirt and bookmarks, and this is where my business kind of did a 180. In the least corny way possible, I really do think that these three words changed my life and they took my business off the ground.
Alley Rose had a good number of loyal customers and fans, and it's not difficult to see why. Her story is inspiring, and her products are the exact kind of comfortable and cute that the book community enjoys. Things were going well for Alley up until June 2026 when she put out this story. Hot Girls Read is officially ours 3-ish years ago after I started reading more consistently and finally started to love to read. I put HGR on some bookmarks and crews, and the rest is freaking history. In the least corny way possible, that little phrase changed my life and changed the entire course of my business in a way I never saw coming. I love that because of those three words, a lot of you found me, and I love talking about books with you. This trademark is for the freaking girls. It's only right to celebrate with a big ol' HGR drop. The biggest mock neck drop ever is coming next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'd love to celebrate with you because this is thanks to you. Yes, Alley had literally trademarked the three-word phrase as her intellectual property. Even worse, she combined that story with another post where she says, "This is celebratory, of course, of course, of course, but I also want to, very gently with peace and love, say that I officially have the trademark for Hot Girls Read in the following categories: bookmarks, stickers, notebook covers and book covers, notepads, sweatshirts, t-shirts, and hooded sweatshirts." I've seen HGR on lots of items from other businesses that follow me, so if that's you, please remove those listings from your site as soon as possible with love. This immediately sent the BookTok community into a fit of rage. Alley Rose had managed to trademark a quirky phrase that belonged to everyone as her own, and as a result take out competing businesses who also used that phrase.
So I want to take this time to apologize because I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. I've been selling Hot Girls Read stickers for a while now, and I didn't know it was trademarked. So when I saw this post, I was like, yes, queen, absolutely. And I honestly don't know why so many people are mad about that. She has the trademark. We just wasn't fast enough. So from now on, I am gonna be selling only this version. For real though, both of these are gonna be available on my store. Also, I'm trademarking the name Rose. It's mine now.
Whilst the backlash was just starting to pour in, Allie was still in celebration mode. She posted another story. "I was looking for part-time jobs in secret at the time I first launched HGR because I didn't think business was turning around. LOL, but actually was not funny at all at the time. HGR is how I was able to continue to get new items in stock, and on a bigger scale, how I was able to move to Wilm and grow my business." It sounds like a silly little phrase to most, but it's literally my lifeline, and I love her to death. I love my hot girls who read, and I made reading fun. I didn't love reading growing up, and now now it's my favorite hobby and favorite part of my job. Grateful in a major way. It's remarkable how tone deaf she was. Allie Rose expected her announcement to be met by the community with praise and congratulations for some reason. That wasn't the case at all. Within 24 hours, the internet was filled with threads, articles, and videos either expressing their rage or making fun of the situation.
So yesterday, I was really excited to make this announcement that I was protecting my company, which is Amanda Co. And we make stickers that are very unique and interesting and kind of look like everything on Redbubble. And in order to protect the products I worked really hard on, I and my team, you know, it's a big team. We have 50,000 Instagram subscribers. We trademarked good morning. And a lot of people didn't get that and were really upset with that. And so I guess I just wanted to do this live just to like clear the air and like make sure everyone's like on the same page, and like also more important than anything, to make sure that people take their products down that say good morning. I think a lot of confusion is coming from people are like, well, people have said good morning before. And yes, but also like not in the way I trademarked it, which is to say for money.
A non-hot girl trademarking hot girl reads wild. A white woman colonizing something that is for the people and not even be in a position to really understand how she could utilize it for the people, on brand. The idea that you see a community like coalescing around something, it's like people are so excited to own stuff that they'll grab it and not even know what to do with it.
Hello everyone, I'd like to address a serious matter regarding my intellectual property. As of June 5th of 2026, I officially own the trademarks to the following: To Be Read, Currently Reading, Did Not Finish or DNF, 5 stars, and Just One More Chapter. It has come to my attention that many of you have been using these without my legal permission. I have also acquired the rights to Reading Slump, Book Mail, Hot Guys Read, and after a lengthy battle, The Classics. Moving forward, any use of This Book Destroyed Me and or Staring at a Wall will require my licensing agreement. I'd also like to formally announce my biggest acquisition yet. I have formally trademarked the word reading. Those who violate the terms of the trademark for any monetary purposes will be hearing from my lawyer and I. Thank you for your understanding and for keeping my literary intellectual property safe.
The reason this trademark was so ridiculous is because obviously those 3 words, hot girls read, are extremely common and a phrase everybody used casually. Just because she put the words on a sweatshirt or a sticker doesn't mean she gets to own it. Allie definitely wasn't the first to use the phrase either. On the trademark page for Hot Girls Read, she declared bookmarks, stickers, book covers, notebook covers, stickers, adhesive notepaper, adhesive notepads, blank paper notebooks, paper notepads, and printed notepads to have a first use anywhere date of January 14th, 2021, and a first use in commerce date of January 14th, 2021. And then for sweatshirts, graphic t-shirts, and hooded sweatshirts, it's the same first use anywhere and first use in commerce date of January 14th, 2021. That's immediately a red flag, considering in her own post she said she put Hot Girls Read on her products for the first time 3 years ago, which is in 2023, not 2021. A scroll through her website and her social media pages don't reveal any posts containing Hot Girls Read prior to 2023.
Things that you could make with a Cricut. The first book-related thing I could find was in April 2021, which are these post-it note bookmarks. I've gotten into reading lately and I'm so pumped. I strictly read nonfiction and nothing else. What genre of books do you read? One of the reasons this is important is because she claims the first use anywhere was January 14th, 2021, and first use in commerce was January 14th, 2021. But not only could I not find Hot Girls Read merch, I couldn't even find any book-related merch again until these bookmarks. Later, there is a hot girls verb phase. Hot girls cry, hot people shop small, hot girl walk, still no hot girls read. And eventually she does start selling hot girls read merchandise. I think sometime between the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023.
What's even more damning is the fact that the internet detectives were able to dig up an old public release post where the date of her HGR launch was mentioned. Ally Rose Company announces restock of the Hot Girls Read collection, Westminster, MD, May 21st, 2023. Ally Rose Company announced the restocking of its most successful collection, Hot Girls Read. The collection now includes sweatshirts, t-shirts, crop t-shirts, and a sticker design perfect for book readers everywhere. Each piece of apparel includes an embroidered, monochromatic design with the words Hot Girls Read and is inspired by the owner's love for reading. This collection was done in partnership with 100 Acre Threads, who embroidered ARC's design into the apparel. Hot Girls Read was originally launched on February 23rd and included an embroiderment sweatshirt available in 2 colors. After selling out in less than 24 hours, a restock with the addition of 5 t-shirts and stickers occurred on April 4th, also selling out. Today, May 22nd, a second restock's announced on ARC's Instagram and is planned to launch on May 30th. To shop the Hot Girls Read collection or learn about Ally Rose Co., visit their website. Ally Rose Company is a small business based out of Maryland that offers apparel, stationery, stickers, and ARC has done collaborations with Black Dog Bikinis, Pro World, and Press Hall Made. The owner, Ali Mitrovich, is a graduate of Salisbury University and started ARC as a way to pass the time during COVID-19. Website, Instagram, and Facebook can be found by clicking the respective links. There you have the company admitting that they launched on February 23rd, 2023 instead of the January 2021 date that she provided in her trademark page. Insane. Ally Rose would have more of a leg to stand on if the trademark was for a phrase that's almost synonymous to her brand. Ally Rose needed to be the first thing people think of when they hear the words Hot Girls Read, and that just wasn't the case. Megan Thee Stallion, on the other hand, was or is the person you think of when the phrase Hot Girl Summer came to mind, and so her trademarking it made a lot more sense. Back in 2019, Megan trademarked Hot Girl Summer, Hot Girl Meg, and a bunch of other hot girl phrases as she noticed companies were beginning to use it in marketing. In an interview with Allure explaining her decision, she said, "I really didn't even know that it was going to catch on how it did. It was just me talking shit, telling everybody I was going to be me for the summer, and they should be them too. Like as free as they can be." When I saw Wendy's and Forever 21 saying, "Hey, are you having a hot girl summer?" I was like, hell no, Forever 21, you're going to have to pay me. But I just wanted to get it trademarked because it's me, it's my thing. Hot Girls Read, however, wasn't an Ally Rose Co. thing. People were able to dig up products from 2018 and 2017 containing the phrase. There's also no chance in hell that she was the one who popularized it, as that phrase appears to have been in existence almost as long as the online book community itself. Here's a collection of tweets from forever ago containing the phrase. Hot Girls Read Cookbooks at the bookstore. Hot Girls Read Real Books. From April 18th, 2011. From May 14th, 2010. And trying to start a new trend. Hot girls holding books in their hands that they really read. Hot Girls Read. Hot Girls Read. From way back in September 10th, 2009. You have to give Ally Rose credit for being able to use a phrase the community loves so much to build her small business from the ground up, but there's no way she had any right to trademark it. Speaking of which, when people dug a little further, they were able to find multiple examples of Ally Rose Co. selling products containing trademarked property.
There is something deeply ironic about all of this, in that Ally Rose Co. appears, in my opinion, to use both trademarked and copyright protected work to sell her own products. This is a wall made out of Pantone color chips, and this is a sticker that she gave away. She says it's a freebie sticker, but even if you give something away for free, if you do it for commercial purposes, it still counts as commercial use. She also used imagery from Little Miss, which is trademarked. Here's the trademark, and she made it into a sticker. It says new fave sticker in the shop. These bookmarks and the flat lays that go with them are probably one of the most egregious examples. They're very clearly based on the Pantone branding, but then they specifically use names of books. Even if she could somehow get away with using all of these book titles on this bookmark. Best marketing practices absolutely say not to use any branded items in the background of your marketing photos. Here's another one. This bookmark says A Court of Thorns and Roses on it. We've got the actual book, we've got a can of poppy. Here's another one with Beach Read and also Sunbum products. The problem is that this can create confusion so that people might think that Sunbum is endorsing Ally Rose Co., or that she's somehow affiliated with the book The Housemaid. So it's wild to me that somebody's saying, I had to protect my trademark, I had to protect from people copying me directly, yet fully taking the titles of extremely popular intellectual property that doesn't belong to her and selling it.
Everything from Taylor Swift to Heated Rivalry to Harry Potter have been used by her to sell products. Yet perhaps the funniest aspect of this whole drama was the fact that Ally went through all that trouble, a 2-year process, to trademark Hot Girls Read, but she didn't trademark her own business name. This became an opportunity for people who were annoyed by her to do something really messy, like starting a GoFundMe campaign to trademark Ally Rose Co. Author Michelle Khalil set up the GoFundMe with a target of $2,000, primarily to take down the Hot Girls Read trademark, but also to get back at Allie. Her post read, "Because trademarking a common phrase and screwing over small bookish businesses, but not trademarking your own company name is crazy work. Using the same category she did for Hot Girls Read, it's $350 per category. It'll be around $700 to trademark Allie Rose Co. I started the paperwork. All that needs to be done is to pay." The GoFundMe page read, "Allie Rose Co. has trademarked the common phrase of Hot Girls Read, which will screw over smaller businesses and creators for no good reason. Allie Rose Co. did not invent this phrase, and she also did not trademark her business name. So here we are. Let's support small businesses in the book community." I put in every item that she listed for the trademark of Hot Girls Read, which is in 2 different categories. The trademark categories cost $350 each, which brings us to a total of $700 to trademark Allie Rose Co. A trademark lawyer reached out to us and let us know that if any bookish businesses had proof of selling and using this phrase prior to 2021, we could submit a TTAB petition for cancellation per class. Each class is $600, meaning $1,200 total for filing a cancellation petition for the trademark use of Hot Girls Read. I want to try and get all that evidence of this slogan being used by other businesses prior to 2021 to get this canceled. And in case this wasn't proof enough that the sentiment against Allie Rose was incredibly strong, the $2,000 goal was met in less than 2 days. Allie Rose, now fully aware of the backlash she was receiving, took to her stories once again to try and seize the narrative. I've seen and read a lot of people's anger about me trademarking Hot Girls Read, so I want to chat about it and clear some things up the best I can. I filed this trademark to protect my products from others copying it, which is common to do when selling products. I was advised to trademark it when it initially started to gain traction from the bookmarks and sweatshirts in 2023. At that time, I didn't see anyone with apparel or bookmarks that said Hot Girls Read, although I'm not at all denying that they existed. Since the trademark went through, I haven't come after any small businesses or bookstores that sell products saying HGR, asking them to take anything down directly. I did post a story outlining the categories I have the trademark in, giving a heads up that those items are included, and I asked if you have HGR items in those categories to take them down from your site. There have been businesses that copied my work in its entirety, and the message was for them, although I see why it seemed like it came from a place of aggression or malice towards other small businesses that I was not referring to. My message wasn't clear, and I don't like the way it sounded. The goal is and was not meant to come after small businesses. I don't intend to do that whatsoever. This trademark was simply to protect myself. There's a couple of contradictions in there, the most notable being that if she had no plans to take down other small businesses using HGR, why did she bother trademarking it? Because the trademark means that very thing is now her responsibility. Also, there's a huge difference between people copying or stealing her work in its entirety and telling other businesses to take down their listings containing HGR, which is what she did in her initial post. It really does seem to be the case that Allie has no idea what she was walking into here, because certain courts would argue that as a trademark owner, you're obligated to defend it by going after competing businesses using the IP, and it's one hell of a process. According to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office website, a trademark owner who believes its mark is being infringed may file a civil action or lawsuit in either state court or federal court for trademark infringement, depending on the circumstances. However, in most cases, trademark owners choose to sue for infringement in federal court. Even when a plaintiff chooses state court, it may be possible for the defendant to have the case removed to federal court. If the trademark owner is able to prove infringement, available remedies may include the following: a court order injunction that the defendant stop using the accused mark, an order requiring the destruction or forfeiture of infringing articles, monetary relief including defendant's profits, any damages sustained by the plaintiff, and the costs of the action, and an order that the defendant, in certain cases, pay the plaintiff's attorney's fees. Conversely, a court may find instead that 1. You are not infringing the trademark, 2. A defense bars the plaintiff's claims, or 3. Other reasons exist why the trademark owner is not entitled to prevail. As for the allegations that she went around messaging businesses to take down their listings of HGR products, that's entirely unsubstantiated and seemed to be done by a fan of Allie rather than Allie herself. We can see here in this screenshot of a message from someone named Alyssa. "Hello, Hot Girls Read is now trademarked by Allie Rose Co. These listings should be removed." The business owner responds by saying, "Hello, congrats on your trademark. I saw your post on social media. I'm hoping you can provide some clarification, as I see the trademark is only covered in class 16 and 25, which does not include keychains. I do have a bookmark listed, which I will remove to comply. Please let me know. Thanks and cheers." To which Alyssa says, "I'm sorry for the confusion, but it is not my company or a trademark. I was simply trying to spread the word as a loyal customer. I do believe you are correct and that keychains are not included. I'm sorry again." So as far as we know, Alyssa, this person who was going around messaging businesses to take down HGR products, had no direct affiliations with Allie Rose. But if anything, it does prove that not everyone was wholesale condemning Allie Rose over the trademark. Homebody Book Club also jumped to her defense after seeing the heat she was getting. "Just know I stand with Allie Rose Co. and I'm proud of her and will celebrate with her. All of you who are offended are mean girls 100%. If her trademark impacts her small business that much, then you need to look internally, babes, and I stand 10 toes on that. If you're offended that she trademarked Hot Girls Read, then that shows your lack of business knowledge. She's handling it gracefully and not coming after any of you, which she could if she really wanted to and is now her right. Sincerely, a former small business owner. Unfollow as you see fit. I'll be unfollowing anyone who bashes her on this app. Bashing anyone, let alone a female small business owner, gives insecure, ugly, mean girl energy." This right here might be worse than anything Allie Rose said herself. Telling people they lack business knowledge and whoever disagrees is a quote-unquote mean girl is crazy work. Homebody Book Club kicked the hornet's nest, and they sure as hell came after her hard. Just a few days later, she put out another statement saying, "I owe an apology. I spoke before I had all the facts and formed an opinion before taking the time to fully educate myself. This was my mistake, and I take full responsibility for it. I can own that I was wrong. Since then, I've spent time learning more, listening, and gaining a better understanding of the situation. As a result, my perspective has changed, and I'm continuing to educate myself. While I'm choosing not to continue debating it publicly, I do want to acknowledge that my views today are not the same as they were when I first spoke." The rest of the statement was about a different AI-related controversy she got into as a result of her opinions on the Allie Rose fiasco. The fact that she went from being 10 toes down in support of Allie to a full retreat in less than 3 days is crazy. Maybe next time, gather all the facts before calling people insecure, ugly, mean girls for speaking out against trademark abuse. And speaking of trademark abuse, Michelle followed through on her promise and filed the petition to take down the trademark. The first paragraph read, "Petitioner, by and through this petition, seeks cancellation of U.S. trademark registration number 8130042 for the standard character mark Hot Girls Read, registered for goods including upon information and belief, bookish merchandise, printed goods, stickers, bookmarks, notebooks, and apparel. Petitioner believes that she, her business, and similarly situated businesses in the bookish community are and will continue to be damaged by the continued registration of Hot Girls Read because the phrase is a common, widely used book community slogan that many individuals, readers, creators, authors, and small businesses have used descriptively, ornamentally, and culturally for years, including before registrants' claimed date of first use. The most important thing the petition had to prove was the inconsistencies around the dates of her social media account and the trademark page, an action that could constitute fraud, and the document does go into painful detail about it. However, before it got the chance to drop, Allie Rose would release an apology video.
Hi, I want to talk about my trademark. First and foremost, the trademark is being surrendered. It is in the process of being filed right now to be abandoned. I want to say that it does take time for that to go through, so it's not going to show up automatically, but the paperwork has already been filed.
That's as good a start as it could get. Surrendering the trademark was absolutely the correct move. Allie wasn't done though. She goes on to apologize to other small businesses and explain her reasoning.
But more importantly, I want to say I'm so sorry to every small business that I harmed in doing this. The decision was made more as like a business strategy decision than a human being decision. And I take full accountability for that. That was entirely wrong on my end. I hear you and I take that on the chin 100%. I want to clear up within the last week, I've seen a lot of screenshots and messages from people saying that I sent them a cease and desist or I sent them a message on Etsy to remove any Hot Girls Read items. I want to say none of those came from me because that was not my intent. I have not sent any of that since all this started. As for the Hot Girls Read apparel that I have on the shelves, it is currently up on my site with all profits being donated to 2 different charities, Room to Read and Read and Feed, which I also have linked in my bio. And I just want to say once again, I'm so sorry. This is my way of trying to right my wrongs that I do understand should not have been wrongs in the first place. And at the end of the day, I care most about community over anything when it comes to my business.
The fact that the trademarking process took 2 years means it's hard to understand how she didn't at any point reflect on how terribly this would be received, but all in all, it was an okay apology, and there were people saying so.
In the first place.
I don't want the BookTok girlies to jump me, okay? Because when you hoes are wronged, you're one band, one sound. Look how you did, Allie. You were on the biggest nut, and well-deserved, by the way. Comes to an apology after doing something as dumb as Allie did. I don't think you can get much better than that. There were action items, there's giving back to the community, there were no tears, no victimization, no woe is me. It wasn't just like a control Z and my bad. She apologized, she took accountability, and she's putting her money where her mouth is. And most importantly, she's abandoning that stupid ass trademark. As a communications expert myself, in a different context, but still, comms is comms, what more can you ask for? Because the next step is throwing herself in traffic, and none of us want that. So now, it's time for a little break, alley cat. Get a step away from the computer, and I don't know, maybe read a few books quietly, okay, while people try and get over this.
All of that is correct. At the end of the day, there's only so much you can do to correct an error of this scale. Some people, however, especially those on threads, weren't feeling all that sympathetic though. Allie Rose Coe is not sincere in her apology. She saw an opportunity to trademark something that an entire community was using and assumed because she is white, she will be protected. Or the entire situation will be swept under the rug, when it wasn't, and this was a petition filled to dismiss the trademark, and I assume her lawyer informed her she will lose that trademark. In order to save face, she decided to let go of the trademark and apologize. That was not an apology, that was victimhood. Also, the phrase hot girls is from the black community, made popular in the 90s by the rapper Juvenile and then repopularized by Megan Thee Stallion as part of her hot girl summer. Not only did she try to take from the book community something that wasn't hers, but she tried to trademark something that belongs to the black community, acting like the colonizer she is. Not will we not forget, we will not forgive. Not that it was our place to do so in the first place. No one person can truly accept or deny her apology. This stain will probably never go away for Allie. There was a community note on one of her more recent posts which sums up how much of a pariah she's become. Allie Rose Coe came into the book scene in 2023 where she just started reading. Now she's trademarked the term hot girls read, a phrase that is used broadly, including in the book community. She claims she came up with the term, started using it in 2021, but didn't start her business until 2023 and sold items in her business with that term. The same term is used and sold at businesses like Target, PopSocket, and BNN. She also used IP belonging to people she didn't have. The same term is used and sold at businesses like Target, PopSocket, and B&N. She also used IP belonging to people she didn't have permission to use. And that perfectly sums up the whole drama. In the space of a week, Allie Rose Coe seemingly self-destructed with one ridiculously greedy move. But this shouldn't be the end of her business though. Going through the large amount of TikTok videos on her page, the self-proclaimed 26-year-old grandma comes off as a decent human being. This trademark drama was her very first and only controversy in 5 to 6 years as a content creator and business owner. One woefully terrible business strategy shouldn't see her permanently gone, but at the same time, the intensity of the outrage was absolutely necessary because seemingly every day, businesses and corporations are looking to buy off and gatekeep sections of niche online communities, and forcing one of them to walk back their decision sends a good message to everyone else.